I'm Martin McConnell, the Public Information Officer for Ascension Parish Government. I'm very pleased to be here with our Parish President, Kenny Matassa. Welcome, President.
Thank you, Martin.
We're glad to have you here once again. And today we are in the historic T. Joe Gonzalez Museum, right in the heart of Old Gonzales. You were on the Gonzales City Council for more than 20 years, and even though you're a native of Donaldsonville, you're still a resident of the city of Gonzales. You got some stories to tell about Gonzales as well, I guess.
Well, you're right, Martin. I got on the City Council 22 years ago, and we did many accomplishments. We took the old sewer plant and made Jambalaya Park. We took this house right here, the T. Joe house, and renovated it and saved it. We did the first spray park in Ascension Parish, and we do recycle the water, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's true. That very first water spray park, City of Gonzales opened it in that Jambalaya Park you were talking about, and now we're putting more and more throughout the parish.
Right. I mean, the kids love it. You know, it's free to the public, and it's just a wonderful thing we did for the people.
Yeah, so you did good times in the City of Gonzales, and then you took that, all of your experience in government that you got there, plus 20-something years working for parish government, translated that into the presidency. It's just like you just moved right on in there.
Well, I was very knowledgeable about events and the current climate of the infrastructure. I mean, you got to have infrastructure to do things, and that's why we moving forward with the infrastructure in Ascension Parish.
Yeah, and look, we are now coming towards the end of your third year in office, and I think by any measure, we've accomplished quite a bit in Ascension Parish in these past 3 years, haven't we?
You're correct about that, Martin. We rolling, rocking and rolling.
Yeah, and this year, for the first time, we put everything together. This State of the Parish report is a pretty nice recap of many of the accomplishments that have happened during 2018. One of these was mailed to every household in Ascension Parish. So I hope that everyone watching has received yours. If you didn't receive it, or you want extra copies, or you want to see more of them, we have copies available at the Ascension Parish Governmental Complex. We'll have some at several of the parish government offices. We have some at every branch of the Ascension Parish Library, and we also have a PDF, an electronic version, that can be seen on the parish's website at ascensionparish.net. So plenty of opportunities for you to see this. It's a very nice report. We are very proud of it, but we're mostly proud of the accomplishments that are spelled out on the inside of it. So please make sure to get your copy of the 2018 State of the Parish report. And that's what we're going to talk about here today as we're wrapping up the year. I guess one of the very first things that went on in 2018, not only did you reinstitute the parish recycling program, you made it a 5-day-a-week enterprise. I mean, you brought recycling back to the parish.
Well, the parish had stopped the recycling, and when I realized that, I got in gear and got it reopened for the weekend. And then this gentleman called me and he said, well, why can't y'all do it during the week? And I said, well, we sure will. So the next day I got on the phone and I said, make sure we have it open on the hours that we are open, besides the Saturday. So it's really five and a half days.
It's Monday through Thursday. The recycling center is out at the Department of Public Works office on Church Point Road, right outside of Gonzales. It's open Monday through Thursday from 7 to 4, like you said, when we're open. And we also have somebody manning it on Saturdays.
Yes, sir.
From 9 to 1. And in addition to that, you have you appropriated money so that we could continue having the household hazardous materials recycling.
That is very important. If you saw what happened this year, we got rained out the first time, and so we had to put up a little more money to have it again. But it's a vital part of the parish, picking up all of those old TVs and computers and paint. They take all of the paint and they put them in different buckets, and they give the paint to a Habitat for Humanity.
Do they really? The,
Yes.
the usable paint
Yes.
again. Look, I got to tell you, I've been through the line, and I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people show up to dispose of their household hazardous materials, but it's so well organized. You know, you get in that line, and then you go here, and volunteers are there to take this out of your car, and then you stop at the next one. They'll take old TVs, and you stop at the next stop. They take the paint. Yeah, it's a
Oh, they got it.
well-organized thing that we do.
Almost all of the chemical plants send workers, and it's great because they know what they're doing. They know the chemicals. They test things. They got it going on. It's really a good thing for Ascension Parish that we've been doing and will continue to do as long as I'm there.
Yeah, and it's a costly thing, but this
It
is
is,
something that,
but you know, for the community, for the environment, that's what it's all about.
and it's a good service for the people as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and speaking of other things we're doing, you've got a bunch of things that were accomplished this year, and we just wanted to make sure that people knew about it and that everybody involved would get recognized. Ascension Parish became the first parish in the state of Louisiana to use drone technology in our mosquito abatement program. Tell us a little about that.
Well, my brother's a mosquito killer. You know, he's been in that a good while. He's been doing research on the drones, and he came to me one day and he said, "Look, we could put this program together. It wasn't that much money, but it would save so much in labor, and just amazing how you can fly the ditches and it disperse just the right amount and everything. It's a great program because everybody knows how bad the West Nile is in the state of Louisiana.
We have had some cases of mosquito-borne illnesses diagnosed in this whole vicinity. I mean,
Yes.
it's not just Ascension Parish, and so we're out there doing what we can. Now they're telling me the drones, they can fly up to 2 miles away with those drones, and they're spraying in the ditches,
Yeah.
or they're spraying where the gentlemen, the technicians can't get to.
Well, our technician is licensed, so we do everything the right way, and he's very good at it.
That is something that to be really proud of. That's a federal pilot's license
Right.
that the technician has.
Right.
And so he can operate that. He demonstrated it to me and to a few other people. We went into one of the retention ponds for one of the big subdivisions, and it was overgrown and it was just inaccessible. But with that drone, he could go in there and spray it where there was no way that somebody could walk in there with a handheld device.
You know, the number one thing we probably could do for Ascension would be to fly a plane, but we just don't have the money. Years ago when we started the mosquito control, we took money, we get money at the health millage of 2 mills, and we right at $1 million into that fund. But why do a tax when you can use that other money? We got it all approved to do.
But mosquito control does have a dedicated funding as part of the health
It comes out of the health fund.
fund. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and that's all dedicated. And plus, in addition to the drones, we're spraying for mosquitoes or larvae all the time.
All the time.
Even in the winter months when the mosquitoes are less active or when they're dormant, the larvae or the eggs are in the water, and we're spraying that, we're treating that.
People think that the summertime is the highest area for mosquito bites, but it's hunting season. That's when they're really hungry, and they do bite very strong in the hunting season.
And I guess we want everyone to know too that we will provide specialized spraying if people request it. If they need a specific area sprayed at a specific time, they can go on the parish website, ascensionparish.net, click a button and just request a special spray.
Sure.
Yeah, another service from Ascension Parish. So. Now, another thing, when you first took office, not quite 3 years ago, you told everyone that you had a special vision for the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. So you hired a professional staff to help run it, put it together, you did a little reorganizing. Bam, look at Lamar Dixon now.
When I took office, we had 75 events at Lamar Dixon a year.
A year.
Now we have approximately 400. And it attributed to the professional service headed by Kyle Rogers that's doing a great job at Lamar Dixon. The 4-H building can be used for so many different events. We're looking at putting indoor soccer in there, as well as the new gym we're going to build and put soccer in it. Also, volleyball is big time in the state for sure. And if we have those facilities where we can do the volleyball in those 3 buildings, it will enhance the tournaments, which is good for the commerce in the parish and the city.
Right, and you've been attracting more festivals over there now. People can start seeing more concerts, more family-oriented events, more musical events, in addition to the traditional. You know, we still got rodeos out there. We still got the monster trucks that will come out there. But LamarDixonExpoCenter.com has a calendar of all of their events. Well, you know, I was out at Lamar Dixon, and it seemed like there was always something going on there for a while. But I think in the last year, they booked like 400 different events in the last year. That's more than one a day.
And thank God we never had any hurricanes this year. You know, we're lucky, not lucky, but with God's help, we didn't have any. Let's put it like that. Because we are committed to any catastrophes. We got Lamar Dixon ready to go for people and companies to do service.
Lamar Dixon is still the emergency staging center.
Emergency staging for all your agencies in our area.
Right. I know that the electrical utilities have come out there to do their staging for that. The National Guard, all of the first responders, any kind of the rescue units, they all gather at Lamar Dixon. That becomes their headquarters. But then back on the 4-H building, we've had some concerts in there. We've had some trade shows in there. All kind of different things for people to.
Right. We, for us in the sports area, we're looking at putting some gyms in there, and also the volleyball and soccer.
And it's enclosed. It's climatized.
When it gets really cold, and get them kids out of the weather.
But to put them back in the weather in the back, here's another thing that you realize this was a long desired dream, is that multi-use sports complex in the back. That has opened up, and that has proved to be very successful.
Very good. We spent a lot of money in Lamar Dixon with the canopy and such, but it's all well worth it, and it's all about for the people of Ascension Parish.
Well, and this is true with that multi-use sports facility back there. Is what, seven soccer fields or restroom facilities. Soon to have more facilities. There's concession area out there. The hope is that we can attract some regional tournaments.
Regional tournaments, and that's why with the buildings, it can also enhance the soccer and in a bad weather, but basketball and volleyball. So we're all about multi-sports, not just one type of sports. But that soccer field is one of the best in the States for sure.
It's a state of the art. And when you talk about your public-private partnerships, the parish has partnered with the Gonzales Soccer Club to help to run the facility. They help maintain it. They work with us on.
It's a good partnership we did with them.
It's a very good partnership. Yeah, sure. And so we're just trying to provide more programs, more opportunities for people to recreate in the parish. It's not just baseball and football anymore. People want to do different things, and I know another thing that you've done is try to make our parks more inclusive for other people. I'm talking about out in the Santa Ma Park. You've got the swings for the special needs children.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more of that, so any kid can go to the park and have fun. You know, special needs kids. When I was with the city of Gonzales, we bought that property, and that organization was formed to build
Kids Cove.
Kids Cove, which is for all kids.
It's for all children,
Yes.
But special needs children, they can feel welcome there and have fun as well.
Right, and once a year, our Rotary clubs get together and do big event for the kids. In the
I
park.
know, you and I were out there.
Yes.
We were serving hamburgers and hot
Yes.
dogs to all of these kids, and it was,
Makes you feel good about things
it,
like
it,
that.
it really, those kids had so much fun, and the parents were so grateful, the teachers were so grateful. Just a way for them to get out and
Even did a little trick or treating. We gave them all candy, you know.
they all kind
bags
of,
of candy.
yeah. So just, we continue trying to provide services, opportunities, fun for people, recreation. Now, it's only been just a little more than 2 years since we've had the Great Flood. I ain't even call it a great flood, but the flood that so many people are still suffering from. And one of the things I think that people can notice is all of the different drainage and roadside crews that are out there throughout the parish.
Well, I hired a lot of men in that area of drainage to put those crews to work, digging, changing culverts out, and it's showing up. We got all of our crews working, and we even got a contract crew out there that's doing ditches that's going to enhance the catch-up.
We pay them by the foot, I think.
Paying them by the foot, that's the way you got to do it, but
Yeah.
it's all about giving service to the people.
Well, and I think we're not only working harder, we're working smarter.
Smarter.
Because the eastern portion of the parish, the one covered by the East Ascension Drainage District, has been divided into quadrants. Each quadrant now has its own crews, and so we're able to better prioritize the drainage work and the ditches and the grass cutting and all of that.
Sure.
We can, so we approach it from a more strategic viewpoint.
And then we also work with the west side of the river. If they need equipment that we have, instead of them buying equipment, we'll send it over there and they just pay for the days they use it. So it works out very well for the west side also.
And another thing concerning drainage, that Ascension Parish was one of the first to recognize the importance of it, and we took up was this priority permitting program from the Corps of Engineers. What about that?
We pay the Corps extra money to get our permits quicker. It's just something that goes on. It takes forever to get permits from the Corps. We're working with Garrett Graves' office to get them quicker, but it does hold up a lot of projects.
Well, I mean, we were just awarded a permit to do that Laurel Ridge levee extension, and it took how long for that permit to come through?
It took almost 20 years.
Yeah.
That's how long that was.
Years and years. So with this, the way that program works is, but when we provide a certain amount of funding to the Corps of Engineers, they assign an employee to look at our permits first.
Right.
So whenever we submit a permit, this employee looks at it and it can go to the top of the pile.
Right. We as the 219 project, we are not the only parish that does it, but we saw where it was taking too long, so this is going to help us move projects faster.
So we can keep that going. We can because we have we have the funding available to do the projects, but the Corps of Engineers has to approve pretty much everything we do.
You know, in Ascension Parish, we use our money. Now, of course, we're looking to get some federal funds, and the governor has $1.2 billion out there that we're working with Garrett Graves' office and the governor's office to get some of that money. But we have been spending our taxpayers' dollars in those ditches so far. Marvin Brook Pump Station, all of that was done with parish taxes. Right. So the people of Ascension Parish have stepped up. There's not a lot of parishes that do that. We don't wait around for the federal or state funds. We got to spend our own, although we are applying for them all the time.
We're constantly looking for grant money, and you have a very good working relationship with our congressional delegation, our legislative delegation. You meet with them all the time.
Sure, we meet, and all of them are positive to help us. It just takes forever to get federal funds. So you can't wait on it. You got to start your project. So that's what we do. And
so now that's moving the water through Ascension Parish.
Right.
But another big priority of yours, and this is something that I know I'm really proud of, is is the Move Ascension program, and that's to move the traffic through
Right.
through that. Now you came up with the Move Ascension traffic. It's called the Move Ascension Transportation Initiative, and originally that was a $35 million traffic improvement program. And you always said no new taxes. We can do it with the money that we have. And now suddenly you found more money?
Well, we bonded out some more money because you got to do it, and we're not going to wait around for the feds. We are applying for grants all the time. We're waiting for the transportation bill out of Washington, but, you know, Christmas comes once a year. I don't know. It's just something that we can't wait around, so that's why we started the projects. We're going to have a lot of projects shovel ready, so if the big money comes down, we're going to ready
Well, that's
to go.
the way it pretty much works, isn't it? It's when the feds come out there with any kind of money, they're looking for projects that can get started right away.
Right. It takes so long to get the money from them. So actually, when they have it, they want to shovel-ready projects, and that's what we're doing right now. Getting
Well, the
projects ready.
Move Ascension originally was a $35 million program that was started by the parish. It's now has increased to $65 million. It is funded. The funding has all been identified. No new taxes raised
Right.
in order to do that. And we've got 20 some odd projects in the works for Move Ascension that are ready to go right now. In fact, they're starting on it.
Yeah, we got HMTB has that program for us, and we rocking and rolling with that, and we're doing everything from the survey work to engineering, and get all of them ready to go for shovel-ready projects.
And we have a website that people can follow if they want to know what's in Move Ascension, where are you at this point in time, what's going to be up next. They can go to moveascension.com, right?
In fact, we don't get the calls we used to because I believe they're using it. It's working well.
Yeah, so people can actually follow the progress. They can see, because the first time, whenever you say we're going to be working on this road, the very first question is, well, what about that road?
Right.
Well, there it is. It's there for everyone to see. And as everything is upgraded, it's put on that website. MoveAscension.com, we encourage everybody to go and visit with that. Now, Move Ascension is really for the big roads that go throughout the parish, but we also have just the regular maintenance program on little roads, on small roads, on little family roads, on just the smaller things. And that, so now you've established the pavement management division. What can you tell us about the pavement?
The pavement management is a well-run division of DPW that takes care of the small roads in the subdivisions, resurfacing. And you can't do good work without good material and good men. So we bought a lot of equipment. We have one more piece to buy to take care of the potholes better, because that coal mix just don't cut it. But we have a good crew, and Mr. Alan Bro does a great job, and he's got some good men working for him.
Well, in ordinary circumstances, if the parish wants to do a road repair job or do this kind of repair, you'd have to hire a firm and do all the engineering work and put out a request for proposal and put it out for public bids. But on some of these things, we're using our own crew and our own equipment, and they can turn around and get things done. Well, let me tell you, I got some numbers here. In 2018, these crews have worked on 25 roads. That's either overlaying, repairing, patching, filling in potholes on 25 roads in Ascension Parish, both sides. 15 culvert crossings. That means they had to dig it up and put a new culvert in. And they paved 6 parking lots in the parish.
We made some parking lots at the in the community center in Gosman. We put them a nice parking lot. In the Oak Grove, the state project in the front on Highway 42 basically condemned that front parking lot. And because we had the election day coming up, and for the public also, we built a parking lot in the back.
We acquired the property, that lot that was right behind the
Right.
Oak Grove Community Center, and so now there's plenty of parking.
Plenty of
there.
parking now,
Yeah.
correct.
So that's something that we did in-house with our own crews, and it was a quick turnaround, get the job done, professionally done, by the way.
Well, what we used to have to do in the past is tie these things into road projects, which were very costly. So there's no way we could have contracted out and got this many roads for that much money.
Yeah, and they're really doing a good job
Doing a
there.
great job.
They're using the same standards on these roads as we use on all other roads, as the state requires on their
Right,
roads
and
as
we're
well.
doing it on the west and the east bank. We've
On
done a
bo-
lot of roads and subdivision on the west bank also.
Yeah, hey, now let's talk about the West Bank. Another improvement that is in the works right now is upgrades to Parish Utilities of Ascension and Ascension Consolidated Utilities District Number 1, ACUD, which provides drinking water to all of West Ascension Parish.
About 2 or 3 months ago, we met with the USDA, and we were told in the past that it was very hard to get any grant out of them. And when we met with them, we left there with a very positive attitude that we were going to get this grant. And we put together, in 30 days, we put together this grant. Well, the whole project was $17.5 million. And out of that, we got almost $8 million of it grant money to change out pipes and little modifications in the existing plant, which is almost 100 years old, but still puts out good water.
21 miles of pipes, I might add.
21 miles of pipes.
That's
right.
that's going to cost about $13 million. Then the upgrade and the renovation of the water plant itself is going to cost about $4 million, which will take care of that $17.5 million. But that's money that has come into us. No new taxes. It's funding that
Right.
that the parish found, and so that's going to be a great thing for West Ascension Parish. That will encourage development for West Ascension. That will help all of the people with all of their different water issues, and it'll bring them up to modern drinking water standards. Yeah.
The accomplishments in that area is going to be soon, so that's a great grant we got. We knew what we had to fix, but we just didn't know where we would get the money from, and it just kind of all fell into place.
So, well, this is a lot. This has been a lot of things that's been accomplished just in 2018, just by going over what we're talking about here. Again, it's all spelled out in this State of the Parish report that's available at the parish government offices. They're available at all the libraries, and it's available online. So, well, we just wanted everybody to know what's been going on, what the parish has been doing for them, the different services and that have been offered to them.
And the people of the parish might have seen these prisoners working these roads. We did a deal with the sheriff's department. We each put up $100,000. We each put up a man, and we transport them in areas to pick up litter. Now, people, just think, well, litter is people throwing out the window. But a lot of that stuff comes out of the back of pickup trucks, and I just wish people would check their trucks out a lot more. But we picked up alone, it took almost 2 weeks on Highway 61 in Ascension Parish, like almost 60 bags.
All right.
So we came back about a month later and picked up another 25. So it's really heartbreaking,
It's difficult because it's a constant process, and
I don't think a lot of people are doing it on purpose, but like I tell you, if they got stuff in the back of their pickup truck, it's flying out.
it's flying out of the back of the truck, and so we're working on that. But gosh, we really need everybody's help.
We need everybody's help.
And
Right.
we would like everybody else to kind of participate with us. So is there something else that I forgot that maybe we needed to add? There's so much going on. I didn't know how to cover it all.
Well, I just
Karen?
want to thank the people of Ascension Parish for all that they do for Ascension Parish, and you can call on me at any time with any ideas of anything that might better our parish. And I also want to say that I hope everyone has a great holidays coming up and safe and prosperous New Year. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to the voters of Ascension Parish that approved the drainage tax that was tremendously needed. And I just want to say thank you, and thank you.
And thank you, President Matassa. And we thank everybody for watching. And on behalf of Ascension Parish government, we wish you a safe and happy remainder of the year.